Gaffer, I won't be the first person to start trotting out some numbers for you this week. You've heard the fact that we've played 23 games and got 50 points a few times over the last few days, but I imagine they're numbers you like to keep hearing.
Yeah, they're definitely better numbers than only having 23 points after whatever game, so it's good. It's been a brilliant start to the season. We've enjoyed it. It's been a test, it's been hard. Haven't had it completely smooth the whole way, but I think the level of consistency that the team have played with in the first half of the season has been incredible. The standards that the lads are training at every single day gives us a chance to be ready and prepared for these big games that we've been having, and yet to get 50 points to the halfway stage, it's really good.
It feels like there's something in the fact that you've played everyone as well. I know that makes sense after 23, there's 23 other teams, but sometimes you'll double up. So you've seen everybody, you know what everyone's got to offer, and we're top of league on merit. That's a nice feeling.
Yeah, it's a good feeling, yeah. And as you say, now everyone's seen us as well, so they're all going to start understanding how we're playing. We changed shape early on in the season, but I think what the most pleasing thing is that we've been adaptable as well. This season we spoke about it, having a plan B was going to be important, and we've done that. We've gone to different grounds and played different ways. We've set up in different formations, and the players have bought into everything that we've said. We haven't got it right every single time. We've had to make changes to the shape and to personnel during the games, and we've got good reactions. So I think we've just continued to do that in the second half of the season, plan for each game individually as best as we can, and then improvise if it all goes Pete Tong.
I know one of the games in which you were particularly happy about how well the plan panned out was Wycombe away at the start of October. That was a 1-0 win on that occasion. Then the next visitors to Home Park. Another plan in action?
Yeah, again, because it's a different game, it's a different test, so we're going to have to be ready for it. I think the plan there at Wycombe we spoke about what we learned from the previous season and getting beaten there convincingly, and then we felt we had to do something different, which we did, and it worked, came off. This game will be slightly different. We're at our home ground, we're on our pitch, which is bigger than their pitch, and we want to try and implement our style and put our stamp on the game, which means passing the ball. So it's important that we try and do that, try and play at a tempo and play with a bit of excitement that what's going to be another sellout crowd can get behind, and hopefully make some noise this week, yeah.
Yeah, what about that? I believe it's going to be our 7th sellout of the season at home, and then Milton Keynes is pretty well sold out behind that as well, so that'll be our 7th and 8th sellouts of the season on the 1st of January. That's amazing.
It's brilliant, and the support is obviously greatly appreciated. I think the performances that the lads have been putting in, you know, the people are wanting to come and watch, and that's brilliant, and it's important that our ground is full for a number of reasons. So, but I think what is also important is that, and everybody needs to understand, is that the games that we get here, they're not just foregone conclusions. We've been so strong at home, and someone's just told me a stat before about our record at home in the last calendar year. We've been so strong, but it just doesn't happen automatically, and we just don't turn up and it's going to be an easy game, and our fans make a big impact for us. So getting behind us from the very start, getting the noise going, making it intimidating for the opposition to play in, and encouraging the players, our players, makes a big difference. So hopefully they can do that and make use of what's a packed house.
And on that, a little bit similar to what we were talking about last week before Cheltenham, a lot of Wycombe's games are very tight, aren't they? There's not a lot in it. I think they've only conceded something like 2 in their last 6 or something like that. They're very tight at the back. They're in a good form as well.
They're in very good form, better form than when we went and played them there. They had a few injuries before we played them, and they seem to have their full strength team back, and they're doing what Wycombe do. They make it tough for teams all the time. They've got real good attacking players who can score goals out of nothing, and yet we're not expecting anything different from Wycombe. It's going to be a physical game, and it's one that we're going to have to be ready for, compete with them, but as I say, try and play our football as well where we can, and try and cause them problems, because they will have watched us and seen how well we've been doing here, and know they won't be in for an easy game either.
And just finally, another really positive note, but it's one I should have brought up with you after the game at Cheltenham, but I forgot. Caleb Roberts came on for his league debut on that occasion, and once again, it wasn't a 30-second cameo. You gave him plenty of time to get involved, and get involved he did. Firstly, a big day for any player to make their league debut, but also the fact that you're willing to give him that little bit of extra time. You obviously got a lot of faith.
Definitely, he's a good player. He's only 17, he's only real slight. When he grows into his body, he's going to be even better. But yeah, we felt we needed an extra midfield player in there once we'd scored alongside Jordan, and Caleb sat there. It was a choice between him and Will Jenkins-Davis, but we felt let's put Caleb on as more of a holding midfield player, and I thought he'd done really well. He was really calm for the 10 minutes or so that he played and didn't make any mistakes. He helped Jordan defensively and done brilliant. So Simon Hallett texted me after the game and said something similar about, delighted you put such a young player on in them situations, but I said to him if they wouldn't be in the squad and he wouldn't be with us if we didn't think they were capable. So they're not there just to make the numbers up. If they need it, the lads have to be ready to play, and they are, which is credit to all the academy staff who have prepared them over the years to be ready and step into the first team as comfortably as they do.